Cato Day, pitcher, Mesa, Arizona.
Allison Sander, outfield, Jackson, Missouri.
Abby Myers, catcher, Jonesburg, Missouri.
Abby McAteer, outfield, Cedar Hill, Missouri.
Brianna Peters, outfield, Festus, Missouri.
Maddie Hart, infield, Park Hills, Missouri.
Taylor Barnes, shortstop, O'Fallon, Missouri.
Skylar Barlow, third base, Dupo, Illinois.
Aaron Lofton, outfield, Wildwood, Missouri.
Hannah Carl, middle infield, O'Fallon, Missouri.
Allison Murphy, catcher, St. Charles, Missouri.
Emily Brewer, infield, DeSoto, Missouri.
Corinne Hill, pitcher, Montgomery City, Missouri.
Taylor Nordwald, pitcher, Warrenton, Missouri.
Sarah Berry, pitcher, Alberta, Canada.
Abby Tiemann, outfield, O'Fallon, Missouri.
Abby Rollet, outfield, Perryville, Missouri.
Kylie Gamerick, infield, Imperial, Missouri.
Caitlin Williams, pitcher, Troy, Missouri.
We are Jeffco.
We're about ready for softball here on JCTV. Today, Jefferson College is taking on Central Methodist University. And it's Corinne Hill on the mound for the Lady Vikings. And there's strike one. Another great season for Jeffco. They're 23-8 overall, 3-1 in the conference. And quickly 0-2. This is Hannah Criswell for the Eagles. And now it's 1-2. And there's a pop-up right side. Foul territory. And Emily Brewer makes the catch, the first baseman for the Vikings. Out of the camera eye, but she made the catch right up against the fence in foul ground.
Third baseman, Paige Ivy.
So one away. And that one catches the outside corner for strike one. And there's a fly ball that will get out of play. 0-2. One ball and two strikes. Corinne Hill is a freshman, as that's a base hit.
Now batting the shortstop, number 25, Michaela Stern.
So 1 on and 1 out for the third place hitter. Michaela Stern. Strike one. So Hill, as I was saying, is having a great year. She is a freshman. She's 11-4 with a 2.63 ERA. That is popped up, and Hill will make the catch. They'll throw back to first. She's back in there, but 2 down.
Next up for the Eagles, right fielder number 27, Ashley Wolford.
So 1 on and 2 out now for Ashley Wolford. Top of the first, no score. Way outside, runner was off for a second, but she will go back. Here comes the 1-1 from Hill. High, throw down. She'll be back from Abby Myers, the catcher today for the Lady Vikings. There's a swing and a miss. Counts even at 2-2. Just missed. Full count. Corinne Hill has 93 strikeouts by my latest stat sheet and 82.2 innings pitched. And that one's fouled back. He's averaging just under 8 strikeouts per 7 innings. Here comes the 3-2. And she got her. One runner does reach for Central Methodist, but that will do it. We'll see the Vikings go to the plate in a minute. Taylor Barnes will lead it off for Jeffco. Then it's Abby Tiemann and Abby Rollet. Barnes is the shortstop. She's hitting .495. She'll look at strike one. One and one. Two balls and one strike. Barnes has 20 RBI on the year. She's stolen 32 bases. And it's even. She hasn't been caught when trying to steal. And she'll shoot that off the fence. Still 2-2. Full count. And ground ball. Shortstop gets it, but Barnes will easily beat that out. No throw.
Center fielder number 24, Abby Tiemann.
So Barnes on first for Tiemann, who is hitting .471. Outside, and Barnes will have her 33rd steal of the year. Oh, and 2 quickly on Tiemann. Tiemann's a freshman. And she'll send that right side. Play is made by the third baseman. And they'll get her. So 1 on and 1 out for Abby Rollet. Rollet leading the team in hitting a robust .554 on the year. She'll swing and a miss at that one. Out of play. 0-2. And foul. Oh and 2 here on Rollet. 1-2. Taylor Barnes on second after reaching on an infield hit and then stealing a base. And there's a ground ball. And they'll get her, and then Barnes will move down to third on that.
Next up for the Vikings, second baseman number 12, Hannah Carl.
And here's the cleanup hitter, Hannah Carl. Carl hitting .368, and she has 5 home runs and 27 driven in. Inside, 1-1. So 2 out, runner on third here for the Lady Vikings. And Carl at the plate, and she will send one into the outfield, and it falls. So 1-0 Jeffco. Just out of the reach of the center fielder. So Hannah Carl drives in another run for the Lady Vikings and brings in Abby McAteer. Inside to McAteer. McAteer is batting .373. She also has 3 home runs so far this season. And she'll send that out to the wall, and it's gone! Her 4th! .3-0 Jeffco here in the bottom of the first inning.
Now batting number 10, third baseman Skylar Barlow.
The third baseman, Skylar Barlow, now comes to the plate after the home run. And ball 1 there. Inside. Barlow hitting .385. This Vikings lineup is strong yet again, and she leads the team in home runs with 12 and has 37 driven in. She pops it up. Well, pops it up. She hits a home run. The pitcher fooled me on that one. She pointed in the sky, and then immediately you could tell it was much farther than that. 4-0 Jeffco. She popped it up, but it went a long way. The Vikings bats are hot to start this one.
Next up for the Vikings, right fielder number 11, Aaron Lofton.
So back-to-back homers from McAteer and Barlow, and now here's Aaron Lofton, the right fielder. That catches the outside. Lofton hits .360. And she's got 1 homer and 16 RBI this year. Fouled back. So all the damage done with 2 outs. Hannah Carl with a single just out of the reach of the center fielder to score Barnes for the first run of the game. Then a 2-run homer from McAteer, and then a solo shot from Barlow to make it 4-0. And that one's hit well, and that's to the wall. Lofton into second with a double.
First baseman number 14, Emily Brewer.
And here's Emily Brewer, the first baseman. Swing and miss for strike 1. Brewer hitting .235 on the year. Out of the catcher's glove and advancing to third is Lofton. That one's popped off the backstop. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still 1 and 2. The pitcher, Corinne Hill, is on deck. That's high. 2 and 2. And Brewer strikes out, but the Vikings score 4 and lead it 4-0. Julia Allen, the pitcher for the Eagles, will lead it off. Strike 1. The 0-2. That is too often, 1 out.
Number 17, second baseman Cassie Armentrout.
Brings in the second baseman with 1 out, Cassie Armentrout. One and 1. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes from Hill. Tipped, 2-2. Struck her out.
Next up for the Eagles, first baseman number 60, McLaren Sinor.
So 2 down. High and outside, ball 1. The 2-0. Evened up. 2 and 2 and 2 outs, and here comes the windup from Hill. Another strikeout. The Eagles go 1-2-3. Vikings lead it 4-0. It will be the pitcher, Corinne Hill, to lead it off in the bottom of the second. So the pitcher is hitting today for the Vikings. Abby Myers, as their strike 1, just playing the field as the catcher. As she's the flex player. 0-2. The sun's finally made an appearance after a kind of a cloudy and cold week. Still a bit chilly today, but the sun definitely helps. Not much of a breeze right now. And as anyone knows who's been around here, those are grounded to shorts and 1 away. It may read spring on the calendar, but certainly hasn't felt like it.
The shortstop, number 4, Taylor Barnes.
And here is Barnes to go back to the top of the order for Jeffco, and she singled and scored in the first, the Vikings' first run. And that is out of play. One and one. So Barnes reached last time. She's 1 for 1. Then a couple of ground outs for 2 down, and then the Vikings went on to score 4 runs. And they had 2 home runs in the bottom of the first from McAteer and Barlow. That one catches the outer half, so it's 2-2 on Barnes. And Barnes will foul that away. And that is fouled left side. 3-2. And there's a walk. Barnes on base for the second time this afternoon.
Center fielder number 24, Abby Tiemann.
Here comes Tiemann with one away. And she'll bunt it, foul. First walk today for Jeffco. Tiemann's 0 for 1 with a ground out. And there goes Barnes. Her second stolen base of the game. That's her 34th, and she's trying for 35. She's got it.
Number 32, Abby Rolay.
So she's still at base. Tiemann called out, so here is Rolay, who's 0 for 1. Foul back. That makes it 1-2. Fouled off. Barnes is back after the check. And now it's 2-2 on Rolay. And that foul out of play. Hannah Carl is on deck. There are two out. Runner at third. It's Taylor Barnes there. And then Rolay will foul off another one. Barnes walked and then stole two bases to get the third. Rolay will step out. The 2-2. And she strikes out. Vikings lead at 4-0. We'll be right back. This is Jenna Smith. She's acting as the designated player. So essentially the DH for the Eagles. And strike one from Hill. Top of the third here. 4-0 Jeffco. Strike two. Lady Vikings looking for their 24th win of the season here in game one of the doubleheader, as there's a base hit to left field. We'll bring you game one here on JCTV.
It's the left fielder, number 24, Aaron Schultz.
And there are a couple of home games left. Hopefully it'll warm up for those, although not bad today. But you can find the full schedule at jeffco.edu/athletics, as well as the men's baseball schedule. They're having a nice season so far as well. It's out of play. One and one now. Jeffco does welcome Maple Woods Community College here on April 14th. That's a noon doubleheader. Fouled back, 1 and 2. Then April 19th, State Fair will be here for a 2 o'clock doubleheader. That's next Thursday. Friday, April 20th, it's Crowder. And then the home season will wrap up on April 21st with Sophomore Day. Abby Myers takes a look at first, but no throw. That's always a fun game to see the sophomores honored. And that is a 2 o'clock start on the 21st, a doubleheader against North Central Missouri College. So try to make your way out for one of those if you can. That's popped to right. Lofton makes the catch. And that's the first out.
Back to the top of the order we go for Central Methodist with the center fielder, number 16, Krista Richardson.
As you hear the PA announcer, Richardson, the center fielder, will stand in back to the top of the lineup. Nothing in one. Oh and 2. She may have made some contact with that, but right into Myers' glove. And that's popped up. Carl has it for out number 2.
Now batting third baseman, number 5, Paige Bidey.
So 2 away for the third baseman. For CMU. And there's strike 1. Right, it's popped up right side, I should say. Emily Brewer has it in foul ground. And that will do it. One runner does reach, but that's it. We'll be right back. It's Hannah Carl to begin the Vikings half of the third. She's 1 for 1 with a run scored. And into the dugout, foul ball. Or maybe off the dugout. Ground ball, back to the pitcher. One gone, excuse me.
Next up, number 5 left fielder Eddie McAteer.
McAteer is 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer. Ball 1 inside. That is popped up left side. Shortstop making a play for it in foul ground, and 2 down.
Third baseman number 10, Skylar Barlow.
So Barlow will hit with 2 away. She had the other Vikings homer in the bottom of the first. And she'll hit this in the air. It's caught. I know the window was in the way, but that's the 3rd out. We'll be right back on JCTV. The shortstop, Michaela Stern, will lead it off for CMU. Central Methodist in town from Fayette, Missouri. And there's strike 1 from Corinne Hill, who has not given up a run so far today. One and one. One and two. I think Myers thought it was strike 3, and she threw down to third. And the coach from Central Methodist will want to have a word with the ump. Maybe a question about the count. I thought it was 1 and 2, and that's 2 and 2. So I was wrong. Struck her out. One away.
Right fielder number 27, Ashley Wolford.
It's the right fielder, Ashley Wolford. Inside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-1. 1 and 2. Another strikeout, 2 in the inning for Hill.
Number 9, the catcher, Julia Allen.
And Allen, the catcher, will come to the plate with 2 outs. Strike 1. I believe that's the 3rd strikeout in the game for Hill. She has 2 this inning. And it's 0-1. Make it 0-2. And Hill strikes out the side. Vikings lead it 4-0. Erin Lofton will lead it off. She's 1 for 1 with a double. And there's a ground ball. Base hit, and it bounces off the glove of the left fielder, but Lofton will stay at first.
Now batting first baseman number 14, Emily Brewer.
And now it's Brewer. She's 0 for 1. Shows bunt. That was high, ball 1. Brewer didn't, I guess, go through with the bunt motion enough to get called for that. And fouled down the third base line. So 1 ball and 1 strike. That catches the inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th, nobody out. Erin Lofton reached. That's hit well. But foul. One and 2. Two and 2. And that one out to right. Catch is made. Lofton back to first. 1 away.
Now batting your pitcher number 18, Corinne Hill.
So that brings in Hill, who's 0 for 1. And that's strike 2. It's another foul off to the right, out of play. That one is playable, and a nice catch made in foul ground by CMU. You couldn't see it. As I do have limited sight lines here, unfortunately, but that's the second out, and now back to the top of the lineup in Barnes. She's 1 for 1 with a walk. Ball 1 high, Lofton going for second, and they got her. So Lofton caught stealing to end the inning. We'll be right back. The second baseman, Armentrout, will start off the top of the 5th. Out of play. Vikings lead at 4-0. They jumped on top with 4 runs in the bottom of the 1st, and no runs since then. 0-2. Out of play as well. So still 0-2. And another strikeout by Hill.
First baseman number 60, McLaren Senor.
McLaren Senor now stands in with one down. Ball one, now 1-1. One and two. Caught the outside corner. And another strikeout from Hill.
Now batting the designated player number 3, Jenna Smith.
It's Smith with two down. Six strikeouts for Corinne Hill. She struck out the side last half inning and is threatening to do it again. Here comes the 0-1. And that one just off the glove of Barlow. And Smith's into second.
Next up, the left fielder, number 24, Aaron Scholes.
So Aaron Scholes will come to the plate with one on and two out. And a runner in scoring position. And there's strike one. Oh and 2. That one is in the air right side. Emily Brewer's got it. So a runner gets to second, but no one crosses the plate. Vikings lead it 4-0. Taylor Barnes back at it after being left at the plate when Lofton was caught stealing. Barnes, 1 for 1, and she also walked. And that's off the glove of the first baseman. Barnes is on base for the third time today.
Number 24, center fielder, Abby Tiemann.
And so the leadoff runner reaches, and Abby Tiemann is at the plate. There goes Barnes again, and she's in there again. That's her fourth steal today. She is off again, but didn't end up going. So that makes it 36 steals on the year for Taylor Barnes. And they'll throw down to try to get her. She's back there. She had a nice lead. Was able to get back in time. Meanwhile, it's 2-1 on Tiemann, who's 0 for 2. And she'll send a grounder up the middle for a base hit. Here comes Barnes, and she'll score the Vikings' 5th run. Tiemann will stay at first base after the RBI. And here's Rollet, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And she'll grounded the same place. It's off the glove of the shortstop. And there will be runners at the corners for Jeffco as Tiemann makes it to third. So 2 on and nobody out for Hannah Carl. Carl's 1 for 2. And she shows bunt and pulls it back, and Rollet steals second. So 2 runners in scoring position for Carl, who we know is a dangerous hitter for Jeffco. And it's 2-0. And Carl sends that left field. It is gone. 3-run shot to make it 8-0 Lady Vikings. And that will do it. The Vikings win it on the 8-run rule. 8 runs after 5 innings. On a walk-off 3-run shot from Hannah Carl, and Jefferson College improves its record to 24-8 on the year. Thanks for being here, everyone. Matt Keeney here with you from JCTV. We'll see you next time.